Good morning, grade 2s. Goeiemôre, graad 2s. I hope you are all ready for your next Afrikaans lesson. So far, we have done a lot of revision of our grade 1 words, which were our days of the week, months of the year, our colors, counting, and then we also started doing all the different parts of the body, my liggaam, which you can see in the classroom. We have a poster up behind me here of my liggaam. So I hope you've been practicing those over the last few days, and I hope you have completed all the activities that I've given you as well, drawing the body and labeling all the different parts in Afrikaans, as well as finding all the different objects in your house with the colors that we have learned. Today, we're going to move on to some phonics words. So these are our very first spelling words that we're doing in Afrikaans. Just like we do spelling words in English, we are doing some spelling words in Afrikaans. Okay, hopefully you have heard these sounds before in grade 1, so hopefully it will be nice and easy for you to remember. So I'm going to get started straight away, share my screen, and you will see that the first sound that we are doing is the A sound. Now, it's quite strange because in English, we know that this sound that stands here in the middle actually says A. But when we get to Afrikaans, the sound now says A. So we just have to remember that every time we see this A in Afrikaans, it doesn't say A anymore, but it says A. I want you all at home to say that with me now. Ah, okay, so if we have a look at this word, which we should all know, I think, from grade 1, a cat, in Afrikaans we say kat, and if you sound that word out, you'll hear that ah sound in the middle. So listen carefully, it says k, a, t, kat. Okay, so these are the ah sounds or the ah words that we're going to be doing today. Hopefully, as I said, you would recognize some of them. If not, just listen, and the second time around, you can join in with me. All right, so here the first one we said was a cat in Afrikaans is kat. I'm going to sound each of them out, and I'd really like you to join in with me, please. K, a, t, kat. Okay, the next one is a tie that you wear in winter with your school uniform. A tie in Afrikaans is a das. Das. So let's sound that out again. In Afrikaans, we say de, a, s, das. Very nice. Okay, the next one is a ball. And in Afrikaans, a ball, we say as a bal. Let's sound it. B, a, l, bal. Good. The next one we have is a bath. A bath. And in Afrikaans, we call a bath a bad. Okay, now I'm sure you can hear that at the end of this word, it sounds a bit like a t. But what's tricky in Afrikaans is that sometimes a d sounds like a t. So we just have to remember that and not let it confuse us. So let's sound it again. B, a, t, but. Okay, good. Let's go on to the next sound. On the next side, we have a roof. A roof of a house or a building is called a dak. So you can see it's pointing to the roof. Let's sound it d, a, k, duck. Okay, good. Next one is a mat, okay, or a small carpet that you have in the front of your house, or as you come inside. A mat is a mat, and you can see it's actually spelled exactly the same in English, but instead of saying a, we say a in Afrikaans. Okay, so if we sound it out, it says m, a, t, mat. Good. The next one is a comb that you might use to comb your hair. And in Afrikaans, it says kam. K, a, m, kam. And the last one also looks the same as the English word, but again, we don't say a, we say a. So a man in Afrikaans is a man. M, a, n, man. All right, and those are all the ah words that we're going to be doing today. So I'd like us to go through them again. Just from the top, nice and easy, just say them with me carefully with the correct ah sound in the middle. So, kat, das, bal, but, duck, mat, kam, man. Excellent. Okay, so I've got on the next page the same words and the same pictures, but the only difference is this time we are going to match them together. Okay, so they are not in order, they're not matched yet. And I'm going to go through each one of them at home. If you know what the word is in Afrikaans, please shout it out. Here are all the words at the bottom. Let me uncover it. At the bottom, we have kat, bal, das, bat, man, mat, duck, come. Okay, so all we're going to do is match the word to the picture. The first picture we have here is a ball. So can you shout out as fast as you can at home in Afrikaans, what do we call a ball? And I'm going to find it here. I hope you got it right. It is a bal. Dit is a bal. This is a ball. Here we have a roof. Shout out for me, what is the Afrikaans word for roof? I hope you get it. Dit is a duck. Duck. Okay, the next one is a man. That's an easy one. It looks the same, but remember it sounds different in the middle. It says a, so the word is man. Man. Good. I hope you've got those three right. The next one is the mat. And in Afrikaans we say mats. Mats. Good. Right. Then we have the bath. What do we call a bath in Afrikaans? Which one of these words are we going to match to that picture? Good. I hope you got it. But. B-at. But. The comb. These are the three words we have left to match. Which one is the comb? Come. Good. I hope that you are actually saying them at home. Come. And the last two, nice and easy. This one is a cut. Good. A cut, not a cat, but a cut. And the very last one is our tie. What is a tie in Afrikaans? The last one that's left is a das. A das. Okay, good. So what you can do at home is practice these words using this video. So you can play this video again, pause it on this screen, and at home you can write these words down, you can say them again, you can listen to the video again if you forgot the pronunciation of our sound them out, practice them, because when we are back at school and back into the swing of things, there are going to be spelling tests with these Afrikaans words. So it's a good idea to just get a head start practicing them already by writing them down, using them in sentences if you can, and sounding them out. Very important, because if we can sound it out, then we should be able to write them down as well. Okay, so the activity that I have for us today, firstly, is to practice these words, because the next lesson, when we introduce the new sound, I'm going to test you on these again to see how much you remember and how much you've been practicing. But our activity for today is not something that you have to actually write down, but it's just a little bit of revision and fun for all the words that we learned last week. Okay, so over here, I've just got some questions. This activity we're going to do together. You're going to do it at home when you have time, and you're just going to talk to your screen. Okay, so you don't have to write anything down. You don't have to draw anything. These are just a little bit of revision to see how many of the other words you remember. Okay, so some of these are questions you need to answer. I'm going to read them. They're all in Afrikaans, and I want you to do it. I obviously can't see you, but when we get back to class, you can tell me if you got them right. Okay, the first one says vandaag. Now that word we haven't learned, but it means today. Vandaag is, and all you have to do is tell me what day of the week is it. You might all have different answers if you're watching this video on a different day, but vandaag is, and please tell me the day of the week in Afrikaans. I am making this video on a Monday, so I'm going to say vandaag is maandag. Which day are you watching this video on? The next one says die maand. Okay, die maand, maande van die jaar, months of the year. So what is the month? Die maand is, can you remember? I think we all have the same answer for this one. Die maand is February. February. Good. February. Okay, the next one says, hoe oud is jy? Hoe oud is jy? How old are you? So you are going to answer in Afrikaans with the number. How old are you? What is your age? Okay, most of you probably said 7, or some of you might also be 8, 7 or 8. Right, the next one will all have the same answer. It says jy is in graad, and you have to answer for me with the grade that you are in Afrikaans. The number of the grade that you are in will all have the same answer. Jy is in graad 2. 2. Good. Okay. The next few are some body parts and some instructions that we have to follow in Afrikaans. Okay, so I'll demonstrate afterwards, but I'm going to give you a second to do it yourself. It says, hand op jou kop. Sit jou hand op jou kop. What does that mean? And do it for me, and I'll show you if you're doing it right. Hand op jou kop. Hand op jou, on your kop is your head. Hand on your head. Right. Next one says vinger. Vinger op jou neus. Vinger op jou neus. What are you going to do? Vinger is finger on your nose. Vinger op jou neus. Okay, next one tells you to do something. It says staan. We haven't learned that yet. Staan means stand. Staan op een been. Staan op een been. What are you doing? I hope if you're doing it right, then you are standing on one leg. So I hope you all got up, standing on one leg. Good. Right, the next one says twee vingers op jou been. Twee vingers op jou been. Right, what does that mean? Twee is two fingers on your leg. So I hope you got it right. I hope you are putting two fingers on your leg, op jou been. And the last one is a bit funny. I'm not going to demonstrate this one, but you can do it. It says toon op jou arm. Can you do that? Can you reach? Toon is toe. Put your toe on your arm. Can you do that? I hope you're doing it and having a good giggle. Okay, so that was just our fun activity for today. Other than that, just make sure that you are practicing these words that we have learned today, all of these words. Next time, we're going to learn a new sound, but before we do that, we're going to test and see how many of these words you remember. So feel free to watch this video a few times so that you can really get familiar with all of these words. Thank you so much, grade 2, for watching my video. I hope it has been helpful. Remember, if you have any questions about these Afrikaans videos, feel free to ask your teacher when you are online with her. And I will see you next time. Bye.